Welcome back, whippersnappers. This is Gramps, and we are in Shapes, the original. When we left last episode, this is kind of what we had built. It's a little modified since then, but not too much. And we were cranking these out at about 1 or 2 per second. And I mentioned I was going to upgrade that. The goal is to get to 4 lanes going into the hub. So I want to show you what I've done. Boom. So we're pulling colors. We're doing all this stuff. All of this, everything you see here in this area. Oh, I don't want to hit delete. Everything there is what it's taken to create 4 full lanes of the rocket ship shape coming on in. Oh my goodness. We are slowing down. Okay, I guess having all those selected slowed us down. This is going through one of its little hiccup sections. I don't know why everything is feeding in there. So you remember that originally we were bringing in this circle shape uncolored and then doing a whole bunch of cuts and turns and colors and combines and all that stuff. And I said, hey, let's just make it a 4-color painter. Well, I did find out that that was what was holding things up. And because of the way I've built this, what I did was I was able to run in extra bits of blue coloring. And so that gets us going. That gets us moving full speed here. So we are good to go. Looks like these are the things that are slowing us down. Oh, but they're not too bad. But yeah, that's what's doing it, the red star. It's coming in full blast. I did also, I mentioned that I was going to take this shape and cut it in half and create circles and stars from it. So that's what we're doing here. So I have it rotated one specific direction. It comes in, gets chopped in half, circles down here, stars down here. Then they all run out the bottom. The stars come up and go and get painted red. The circles come over here and get painted white. And then in the meantime, we also have a separate thing doing blue circles or red circles coming in there. So those are all coming in separately. All right. And then this little field here and this little field here are all the just blue colors coming in. I also took our blueprint shape and so it was taking up kind of all this space here. I cleaned it up. It's still doing one full lane, but I used our modern designs. The only thing I needed to bring in was this shape from way out here. And again, I could have, of course we can always create it, but I just wanted to simplify it. So let's see. Yeah, see, so these are up to full speed, up to 16. These are all 16, 15.9. It's the same thing. And our blueprint shape is at 16. We've kind of, we're kind of wrapping things around and coming in on the side. That's okay. It'll work. The the shape that we're doing right now, this level 23 to unlock display, you saw what I'd built for that. Well, I took all of that and I just duplicated it. It was 7,000 blueprint points, by the way. And so we duplicated that and brought it in. We're still only getting 5 per second, but it's cruising along. It's getting there. And we're just going to fast forward up here to the 25,000 mark. In the meantime, let's speed things up. Look at this. So This needs to be at 120,000, and we've got 1 million of them, so that's good. This needs to be at 80,000. We've got over 900,000. 80,000 for this, and we're over 100. So boom, 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 and boom. There we go. So again, we just need this to get up to now 100,000. This one is good, and this one is good. So once these shapes are at 100,000, we can upgrade to the next tier. Now doing that, let's look at what our belt speed is. Now it's 16.2 items per second. So it went from 16 to 16.2. Not, as I said, a huge upgrade anymore. That's okay. So again, thank you so much for watching. If you get a chance, if you don't mind, please like and subscribe. Ring the bell, and we're just sitting here. We're waiting for Shapez 2 to come out, which will be towards the end of 2024. But just thought we'd do a quick run through the original Shapez and get at least up into free play mode. And so we're almost there. We're getting towards the end of that, which is very cool and groovy. I noticed now that the Shapez 2 demo is no longer playable, so I'm glad we went through all that. If you want to see what it looks like, I've got tons of videos through the whole thing, and they have some cool dev notes they've added. But anyway, let's just jump forward now and get to that 25,000 mark, and we will be back in just a second. And here we are in the final steps. Just about to hit the 25K mark at a whopping 5 per second. There we go. We have unlocked the display. Connect a signal on the wires layer to visualize it. Did you notice the belt reader and storage output their last read item? Try showing it on a display. Yes, we did notice. I think we noticed that. Let me show you this. So there's our next shape. And that's going to unlock logic gates. Logic gates is where wiring starts to become useful. So this is the wires layer. Yeah, I think I showed you this before. So it's showing the reader is showing here's the last shapes to come through here. Over here, these guys. So that's all good. Now it's time for a new shape. You know what that means. Oink. Boom. And yes, we have some wiring too. Whew. A lot of blood, sweat, and tears just getting deleted there. Okay. Looking good. So I think too that what I'm going to do is I'm going to rearrange some of this stuff. And I'm going to rearrange all this. So we get these coming in these 4 spots. Then I'm going to arrange the blueprint layer to share a feed, maybe with one of these guys. And yeah, because this is so much higher than this, and it'll just make things easier. So I'm going to do that next time, or I'm probably going to do that off camera, and then I will show you what I did next time. Speaking of upgrade shapes, though, you may have seen this. Look at that. We're at 98.2K. Once we get to 100,000, we can upgrade to tier 10 for all of these. When was the last time we did 2 upgrades in one episode? It's been quite a while. Okay, so let's take a look at this shape that we've got going on. 4 layers, simple layers. We've got 2 football shapes, full cyan and full white. Then we've got like a little compass pointer here, red and white. And then we've got this yellow circle. Pretty easy stuff. In theory. Now we should be able to find the football shape raw somewhere and then just color it. Let's see. Where are you? I know I've seen it. And if you see it, make sure to shout out. Click your heels together. Did get some interesting news on Shapes 2. The windmill shape is going away. They don't like the way it looked, and they're replacing it with sort of an inverted windmill. So here's one. Yeah, that's a lot of them. That looks like a good spot to start. Boink. All right, so I'm just going to mark that area. Where is, okay, there it is. We're a ways out. How many of these do we need to make, by the way? Is it 25? Yeah, 25,000. Okay, so let's do it. We're just going to build it from the ground up. Oops, I don't want to do that. I want to do that. And let's take a look around, just see if there's any more. There's a small patch here. That doesn't count. What? Why? Why does this have that shape on the map, but it doesn't actually have that shape on the field? That is really weird. I've never seen that before. So here's another patch of them up here. It's really weird. Okay. Yeah, look at that. Nowhere, right? I'm not crazy. There's no shape there. I mean, I might be crazy, but that's unrelated to this. All right, so we know there, and then up here, we've got another football. I'm just going to mark it football 2, just in case. And so let's get those going. Let's see how we're doing with are we at 100,000? Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4. We are tier 10 for everything. This is another reason why you want to keep things in ratio, because now these are extracting at 3.2 items per second, and who's got time to calculate that times 4 or 5 or whatever it is. Alrighty, we're going to start off with some cyan, green, and blue right over here. Let's go over to Blueprintia and grab a double color doodle. Okay, now I'm going to build this one out a little quicker. Or not quicker. I'm just going to build this out to deliver faster. So we've got 4 colors coming up there. And come down here. We'll have 4 colors coming out of here. And 4 colors coming out of here. And so we need to mix those first. You know what? I'm a goober. We didn't need to do that there. Let's do it here. All right. So let's get a full stretch here. That's it, right? Yep. Okay. So I'm going to do, we don't need those. I'm going to do this on every other one. And this will mean that if we want to double this, we're just going to be able to double it quick and easy. So we're going to get those coming in here. Let's pull those all out like so. And like so, and like this. So again, that way, if we want to double this, we just copy and paste over, and then we can go 4 more down here, and those 4 blue lines can all run in here. Okay. And these are just going to come straight out like so. Okay. So that's kicking us all the cyan we could want. Now we want to color those up. Back over to Blueprint, yeah. And let's get a painter module right here. And just to be sure, yes, the color goes on the outside. Let's just go back here. Okay, so let's line it up with that and come up here. Over. Now I'm just going to copy both of those. All right. So again, I'm just going to do a maximum stretch, and I'll just do this off to the side just to kind of figure out, all right, I'm -2, so I'm going to come up 2, and that gets us to there. It doesn't really matter. I could do it, down here too, but let's just get up to the shape that we've already got going. All right, and then these are for shapes. Although we want to do that differently. I'm going to X those and paste them there. All right, so we want that for the color. Right, this, and this. Nice and easy. And yes, I could bring it up there, but I'm just going to keep things all consistent. So the goal here is, let's see if we can get 4 lanes of this shape going in. Okay, so that's our bottom layer. Now we want the same thing. Oh, I didn't even look at the orientation. I think we lucked out on the orientation. So now we want the same thing, but with it rotated just a quarter to the clockwise. And so let's do this. Yep. And these ones are all going to be white. So where's a good place for a white machine? Right here. And then we can bring those around and mix them. So I'm going to run this like so. Just so they're all kind of uniform. All right. And off to Blueprint, yeah, to get our little white machine. Back to the work area. So we found a space down here that had all 3. Okay, 1, leave one space in between them just because. All right. So let's start off with blue. I'm just going to grab the extractors. I'm going to do this here because that way I could copy them over here for another 4. All right. These are all going to go in. But again, building this correctly, I think we're not going to need to duplicate anything. But you know, that's what I always say. All right, so there's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'll just copy these down. Nope. Okay. So, what are we going to do? What am I doing here? This is not what I want. So I'm going to copy those and bring them here. All right. Now, I'm going to copy this. Yes, bring this down for the green. And the reason I bring all these down is that way, because in Shapes 1, you can only do a single bend as you're going without redrawing. All right. Then this will be here and here and here. And for appearances there. Oops. It's weird too. Sometimes it locks in. Like it should lock into the first direction you go, which it seems like it does sometimes, and sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it tastes like a nut, sometimes it don't. That's for the oldies in the audience. Okay, so we've got this white guy going, and then we're going to have the rotated footballs. So basically, we're going to want this, but we're going to do it up here, which is going to give us some room to grow with this guy down here, if we so desire. Okay, these guys are all going to feed right into that. So that's feeding the shapes in. And if you're being lazy, you can just copy paste. Okay, So these guys are all going to come over that way. And they're up here. Okay. That's just going to go right up to there. This one is going to go one shy. And this one's not going to matter, but I'm just going to bring it to there. Let's see if we can get close. All right, it's there. And can we hit it? Yeah. All right. And the last one. I think it's going to be right there. Excellent. All right, now let's get those shapes. Let's start with the outside one. I had this thought of trying to build a factory for a specific shape and just make it as compact, like no dead space at all, if possible, just to see what it would look like. I think it would look kind of cool, actually. Okay, so those are those two. Now, if we were so desirous, we could start stacking those. Let's do so. Here's our stack machine. Now, I believe the bottom layer needs to be on the top. Okay, so let's just put up 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Those lined up. Boom, boom, boom. You know what? Let's see, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, we could do this. I don't want to do that. Let's be cheap and do this. So that we will run them all together. But then, because let's see here, I think this will tell us. Stop. Oh my God. Okay, I'm cutting all of them. And yeah, look at that. It lines up. But bottom is on top, so we want these to be here. Okay, I think I should do a test is what I should do. Then let's come down here. Okay. Yes, that does what we want. Okay. So we're going to take this, and we're going to copy and paste, paste, paste. This guy, well, let's see. We're going to do this one first. Then we'll do this. So hopefully this, again, is sort of reinforcing how I like to build out larger builds. And of course, there's a little experimentation, testing along the way. Wink. We're going to get rid of that and do this instead. But this sort of sets us up for being able to scale things up quickly. All right, so the next one we need is a double spiky bit. So we're going to have to, now if we can find a star shape, which they tend to be over in this quadrant, more so than others. Now we could use our friend the spiky mushroom again, if we've got one over here. Do we have a spiky mushroom? Because then we could use the circle half to be the circle that we're going to need. Here's one right here that is perfect with the circles on it. So we could do that. We can do this and then just run that through a quad cutter and then trash the two circle shapes. Yeah, we're just gonna, so the only tricky part about this one, oh, here's another football shape. The only tricky part about this one is doing that, then these two are connected, the two spiky bits are connected. So are we gonna run them through a quad cutter, a quad painter, and paint them, and then cut them? Because that also needs white, correct? Correct. Let's see what we've got down here by our white painter. Oh, see right here. We could do that. Okay. All right, so let's look at the speeds. So the quad painter is very fast. That's 8.19, so I think it's half speed, basically. All right. The quad cutter is quarter speed. Yep. Okay, so that means we'll need more of those. All right, so let's try this. We're going to bring this shape in, and we're going to want 4 layers of this. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to paint it. Right? And it's going to be red here and white here, and then uncolored on the others. Okay, so I'm going to move this up a bit because we've got red right here. So this is going to do that, and this is going to do that. Okay. Then we just need to feed those in with our splitters. This and this. And we need this, because this is going to bring our shape in. So there's that, and there's this. Okay, so that gets us red and white for the spiky bits. Then we're going to take that out and cut it. And then immediately trash two of the shapes. But before we do that, I think what we can do, because I think we can double that. So I think we can do this and that. And I think these two will keep up to speed with this. Yeah, 8.1, basically 8.2 and 4.1. Okay, so let's try this. And that extends our profile here by 1. Okay, so I'm going to run red here and white here. Okay. Okay, for this test, I'm just going to run blue instead of white. Just for proof of concept. And then our shape is right here. Okay, and we need wires. Okay. Go. Yes. Okay, so that's what we want. So instead of blue, this will be white. And then we're just going to trash, 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 trash. And then stack. And the stackers, the stackers is a slow bit. So, yeah, the stacker is the slow bit. We could we could split both of these lanes again, but I think we'll just, it's just going to let it back up a bit, and then we will meet up at the other end. Okay. Great. Okay, I'm going to take a quick break. I'm going to build this out so it's get to a point where it's churning out a full belt, one full belt, and then we'll have to take that and quadruple it. Okay, so we'll just speed it up. Okay, so this seems to be 16.4, which is what we're looking for. So that's good for 1, and we'll just need to quadruple it. All right. Okay, then shapes need to go in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So actually go there. You are going. Okay, and then red needs to go there, and there, and there. So 1, 2, 4. Again, you don't have to make everything so tight fitting. You just don't. Like do sometimes, then you get control. But now I think all these should be bring up good. Yes, no, it's going here. Red, come in, what's going in? Oh, yeah, there's a whole wires. That's good. Oh, that's pretty cool. I know, okay, so what we're going to do, stop, is we're going to do this. Now, copy and paste. There, and there, and there. Now zoom in. Take all these over here. Point button, begin. Okay. Great. Now we just need a yellow circle. Yellow also again is green and red. And we've got circles and green and red out there. So what we could do is we can get these all married up together the way they need to be, and then send them over and get circled up. Let's do that. And again, just so we're clear, we want the compass guys coming in from the bottom. So let's see if we can do that. Let's do that up here. Right, we'll just take at least one of them. This guy here. So that's lined up on the output of the far left one. Oh, that's not the right spot there. No refunds in this game. Once you spend those blueprint points, they are spent. All right, we're going to get this up here. Yay, I lined it up. I'm going to do this. I'm going to just keep things so they're nice and neat. Bring them all up together until we get up here. Then up here is where we will split them back apart. Boy, I hope this is correct now. Oops. Let's do that and then that. And that and that. And we're just going to run a couple of feeders into here. And do it like so. It's kind of difficult to do with a long neck like that. Long neck giraffe. Okay, that works. And then down here, click, click. Okay, now these ones we are going to feed these guys into. And that is the top 3/4 of our shape, or sorry, the bottom 3/4 of our shape, times 4. Where's our hub? We are so far out there. Is this it? Yeah. Okay. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, that's far out. Okay. And I see too that even though we've built 4 of these, we're only going to have room for 3. That's why I'm going to rejigger all this stuff, get that all working the way we want it to. Okay, so let's do a quick yellow shape color. I want some bigger color patches. That will work, and that will work. And then we've got our circle right there. Okay, so that's just, I'm going to give us a little space. Oops, sorry about that. Yeah, I've got an ancient setup going there. I'm going to delete our football too. We're not going to need that. Okay, blueprint, yeah. Give me a double color. We'll just do this. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Another thing I'm going to do over here in blueprint, yeah, is this. Not that. Oh my god. We're close to being able to do another upgrade. But just do a maximum stretch there. Okay. So we're going to just clunk these all in here. Okay, now I'm also going to move all this that I just placed down. It's a nice thing about having a lot of blueprint shapes. It just doesn't matter. Okay. Okay. Feeding these in. And so, okay, that's making our purple. Why am I making purple? What do I want? Oh my god. All right. And guess what you all get? Trash can. All right. These are all going to feed right into where the blue was incorrectly feeding. Now we need a painter. And we're going to have 4 of these. So again, the color comes in on the end. And, oops, there. And then, all right. Cool. So, yeah, this is going to be the color. coming in, which is now correctly giving us yellow. This one is not correct. Okay. These are just going to come straight up here. And then the last thing we're going to do is have a little stacker module. Oops. So look at this. We've got this right here. One, two, three, and four. Okay. Good stuff. Now this one is going to be here. This one's here. This one's here. Like so. And the last one over here. Nope. There you go. Okay. So one thing I'm going to do just for now, I'm going to shut that one down. Then I'm going to take this, put it up here. Then I'm just going to redirect all of these. Okay. So that's not the final way. I'm going to take that little jag there. I'm going to pull it all the way back here, which means I'm going to have to redo a lot of these. I'm not going to redo those tunnels really. Okay. So I'm going to redo that, but then I told you I'm going to do some magic up here. Oh my goodness, look at this. Okay. Blueprint, yeah. We need a stacker packer. And this one is on the very top. So that means it has to go into the bottom of this. Okay, and those are just basically touching right there. And then these are all gonna feed in like so. And head in to our hub. That's gonna make this next 25,000 a lot quicker. Let me know if you prefer seeing the whole thing or if you just want me to build one out and then multiply it off camera. Okay, so now we need, oh, not that. Yes, like this. And next is going to be a long journey. Oh my God. Okay. I'm going to just take this whole thing here. paste. Paste and paste. Oh, I almost had that going the wrong way. So we're going to paste and then there. And down here, yeah, it's not pretty. You know what? We've done a lot of work on this one. I want it to be semi-pretty. What just happened? I think I just I just pasted $10,000 worth of mess up. Excellent. 10,000 blueprint points. That's okay. All right, so what I want to do, let's get that one like so. Okay. Not perfect, but not bad. Yeah, it's perfect. Perfect down there. And down here, we just need a little boink and boink. Oops. Cancel. Delete. All right. Then all we have to do is connect these guys down here. And that should do it. How long is this going to take? Oh, it's getting there. Oh, look at this one little leader out here saying, I'm first. Oh my goodness. Being first doesn't mean anything if this isn't connected. But this is going to be it. Okay, that should start them cruising in. Let's see. See if our little racer on the bottom lane is going to get in here first, and let's see if we've done all this right. Oh my! If we haven't, it's just going to be switching these lanes. That will be the last of it. Yep, here he comes, and he's going in at the end. That looks like it's right. It's hard to see as they're moving, but I think we're good to go. And again, we could have done a filter. All we need is this we just need this to say 1 out of 25,000. There we go. Kids, we've done it. We did a big upgrade build. Now let's look at this and look, 30,000, so it's 30, 60, so it's 120,000. So we're over our level there. So let's hit tier 11. Nice. Well, that's going to do it for this episode. These are all going to start coming in pretty quickly. Look at that. Oh, look at that. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. This is a nice shape. And I just wanted to cram them in here. So we've got 4 belts coming in. Everything's looking good. Thank you so much for watching. Please send me a like after all this effort. Sorry it took so long. And we will We will catch up with you next week, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Have a great day. This is Gramps, signing off.